Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 8th episode of Seishun Buta Yarou wa Bunny Girl Senpai no Yume o Minai. And last episode, we got started on a Futaba arc, it seems like, which was surprising because I was pretty sure it was going to be a Shoko thing, but I guess I was fooled in that regard, so I don't think I was the only one that was, but still, that's definitely the case. And Futaba has a second one of herself, which so I guess that shouldn't be too surprising. But yeah, what was surprising though was the fact that she apparently posts, somewhat erotic pictures of herself on Twitter. And we don't know why she does that yet. I mean, I can venture a guess, obviously. But I'm curious to see exactly what she has to say on the matter, so hopefully we can confront her and talk to her about that. I mean, I have no problem with her doing that if she wishes to. I mean, more power to her. But I'm still curious exactly what motivates that, so let's find out. 3, 2, 1, play. But yeah, they were some nice pictures, I would say. And that one line made more sense after we saw that when the one guy called her Ero Kashkoi. You know, yeah. I think that was supposed to meant to foreshadow that, so that was interesting too. Also, last episode had a scene with Kaede where she was triggered by the phone, and, my saw that and acted accordingly. We still have not seen the two Futaba's in the same room yet. Since we do have Futaba's, I wonder if one of them is going to be like more lewd than the other. That would be interesting. And yeah, the episode just straight up starts out with the opening, which is fine. Yes, because they now apparently live together. That doesn't look like Kurio, that looks like a chemistry set. Yes, the amount of girls in his household just multiplied. I mean, it is, yeah. It's still weird seeing that, like, the way she did it still looks weird, though. I mean, again, that's the best time to talk to you. You can't run away. Yes, clearly. It should be obvious. So he just took pictures. Yeah, it would work. Well, that's kind of the guess I would have made, attention. It's definitely a good thing, definitely a good approach. Clearly. uh, Very fitting for her to say this stuff in the bath. Where I'm looking at her in the same way that she's complaining about. I see. Pretty much. I don't see the problem with that. I'm gonna go down some pictures. And possibly get some private selfies. Ones that are too much for the internet. But yeah, nothing about that was too surprising, really. That was definitely an interesting answer. Wow, she is a big fan. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, they clearly did take issue with the boyfriend. Yeah, I was thinking something similar. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good. I would like that approach to it. So you do want to talk to him before you decide anything. Yeah, you don't want to push your luck too much. Those are the worst kind. Futaba, I have some things to talk to you about. uh, indeed. It's the worst. But at least you live in a household full of girls now. That probably makes up for it. Wow, we're really trying to get some special pictures. I can respect that. Let me see. Well, there's still chest shots, but I don't know. They're alright. I like the pictures still. You're kind of a depressing girl, aren't you? I mean, I would have said the same thing. I would have said the exact same thing. Maybe not need, but I appreciate there being two of them. Especially if one's willing to live with me and cook me food and, continue to post selfies on the internet. We had a chat. I looked at some pictures. It was great. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, you're trying to become slowly but surely different people. Because you are going down a branching path now. Yeah, he tends to make those. And look who showed up. All sweaty. Yeah, I'm sure she would like to do that. Air's all around you. Just wow, dude. Just enjoying that fan. Yes, that's the true final goal here. Oh, well, that's not good news. Could at least wear a bunny suit for me. Oh. Yeah, the uniform would cause an issue there. You probably shouldn't wear your uniform as you do that. Uh, that would be a little bit scary, I'll admit. This is what can happen when you do that, I suppose. Yeah, it definitely affected her. This is where you live? Oh yeah, well, clearly. Oh. I'm sure Mai would be happy about that. Living with one futaba, spending the night with the other at her place. Yes, at least do that much. And more baths. A nice, nice bath. Yeah, don't leave me, please. You can see him. You don't need to say anything. I could tell. Everything changed. He is something, alright. Flashback. He's even in the protagonist seats, of course. He's an impressive guy. A cold shoulder, how does he survive? That's a big question. I agree, she's somewhat amusing in her own way. Yeah, his girlfriend. That's understandable, but I mean, Futaba's you're pretty cool. I would still spend time with you. Yeah, you don't understand him like I do. Wow. What is this? Yeah, I'm already dialing it. Really, dude? That's kind of mean. That's the concern here. Brent has a lot of faith in him, clearly. Uh... It's all your fault, Kunimi. Yeah, it's clearly your fault, man. Take responsibility for that. And hug her or something. I agree. And yet, Kunimi managed to do it. I guess it's decided. I guess so. That's a decent argument, I suppose. Pay me back for this. Impressive. That's a question. Fireworks? Why not? Damn. Yeah, it's all you're good for. Yeah, I had a feeling she would react to that. Hey, don't let it blow out. Oh, it's on fire! Yes. Now we're all having fun. Which is nice, because she was crying not 5 minutes ago, so... It's really, you don't really... Like, Futaba's never really actually shown this much happiness and excitement like in the entire show, so this is pretty great to see. Well, he probably assumes you don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I guess that would be pretty effective. Oh, it went out. But not Futaba's. Hers is still going. That cute girlfriend. Not surprising. Surprised you could put up with her. Yeah, they're pretty strict on that. Of course she doesn't. Yeah, I'm guessing you'd be pretty tired. She's so much shorter than they are. You really are. But it's fine. That's a great line. I mean, I know I would have enjoyed that scene even more if they were all girls, but that's just me. Oh, right, yeah. She would also be in equal danger, I suppose. There's the other Futaba. Probably not. Yeah, you had some nice memories. That's a really good picture. Futaba looks really cute there. Ah, kitty, not the face. No, oh, multiple kitties. I guess it's when to wake up. Well, that's concerning. I'm guessing she didn't actually do that. Or she did and things went poorly. Okay, that's not good. But of course she did. And now I have to find Futaba. It's hard to keep track of both of them. Yeah, you would know best, so which it is you. So it's funny to say. Yeah. Yes, she is definitely a pain. The real question is, why are you here? This is not shopping. I love you. I mean, you already agreed to let the other Futaba do that, right? I'd rather you combine with the other Futaba rather than disappear. I mean, I know they already said that that wouldn't might not be possible, but they haven't even tried. You know, it's such a weird situation that I'm not really sure what to say. But anyway, the point is, come with us. Yeah, he's a bit tired. Because, yeah, dealing with two Futabas is definitely exhausting. Hey, my girlfriend's here. My sort of girlfriend. Yeah, that's a good way to get a cold. Get sick. True enough. If you have to wake up in a hospital bed or whatever, that's a good site to wake up to. Which one? Because I'm getting confused about which is which. He never claimed to be fair. Yes, it was a smart move on this part. Yeah, nobody wants to hear about all that. A great way to live. Yes. It does sound like it. That's good to hear. I mean, we've made both Futapas cry this episode, so... There we go. She's finally... Oh. Okay. That's a little bit better. Is that talking about Kunimi? Well, either that or the other Futaba, but... Yes, at the hospital. You can do it, Futaba. There we go. I knew you could do it. I'm so proud of you. Oh. I guess she fused back into the other one. Very abruptly. Like, Futaba? Futaba, are you still there? We were talking. So I guess Futaba literally was talking to herself. It's a very weird concept for a arc, really. So it's... But the point is she's back to her normal... She's combined and she's ready to go to the fireworks with her two friends. That's the point. And that is nice, Yukata. You look very good in it. Wow. You look great in it. Don't let them bring you down, Futaba. And there's the fireworks. And that's they got the top seats. Oh? You gotta confess or something? I can't hear you with the fireworks. There's no way I'm gonna be able to read Japanese lips. Okay, so I think it really was the love confession. We don't need any more of that, please. Please don't. But, you know, there we go. At least you said it. I mean, she's always kind of took issue with us as a good Sakuta. And yeah, just a little bit. Okay, I guess that's the end of the Futaba arc, I would imagine. Because she did everything that she was built up to do there. She combined with her old self. I mean, it was heavily implied she did. I guess we didn't technically see it happen, but I think that is pretty heavily implied. And she pretty much told Kunimi how she felt. again, implied because we didn't hear it, but... But again, I'm really not good at reacting to this type of show, but... It is a very popular show that I do enjoy watching, so I continue to react to it regardless. It just kind of shows you have to really focus on what they're saying or you will miss something important, so those shows are always difficult to react to. That stupid phone case. Oh, there's the, Nodoka, the blonde girl? I assume. Had long, beautiful blonde hair and blue eyes. Yeah, I believe that's Nodoka. Okay, that was the 8th episode of Seishun Buta Yarou wa Bunny Girl Senpai no Yume o Minai. And this episode, like I said, we were finishing off with our Futaba stuff, and we really got into her head, pretty much, this episode. We wasted no time asking her about the pictures and the on the account, and she pretty much, opened up to us. She told us a lot about herself. It was a lot to take in, but basically, yeah, I mean, it's all about... Well, she's used the word attention, but it's a bit more complicated than that. Basically, it was just... Apparently her body developed more quickly than some of her peers and got a lot of unwanted attention as a result of that. And just, yeah, and she kind of dealt with that in her own way. And not a very good way, probably. And she clearly started to regret that at some point, especially when, people started to get to the level of tracking her down, and started to get to a bit of a dangerous territory there. But yeah, she basically told Sagata what was up while she was in the bath, and she seemed to take issue with having these one-on-one bath time talks with Sagata, but, it's the best time to talk about anything, really, because you can't really run away. You already feel kind of exposed to begin with, so it's in that kind of environment, it is kind of easier to just, let loose like that, really, I would say. So I think that's a pretty smart way to do it. And also, it's just pretty erotic in general, so, more importantly. But yeah, basically, she pretty much told Sagata what was up. That contradiction, conflict with herself, which caused her to split off. And yeah, that was pretty much what that was about. There's not really a lot to say on that. Besides, I do feel kind of bad for her. Throughout the entire series, she's never really seemed like a very happy, excited character, really. I'm not as accepted that as part of her personality, but in this episode, you actually got to see her being out having fun with friends. And when you see that, it really kind of puts things into perspective with her previous scenes, where she always sounded so disinterested in pretty much everything. Like, no matter what she was doing, she sounded like she just wasn't very enthusiastic about anything, really. So being able to see her actually like that in this episode, it was nice. It was nice to see her have fun with her friends, on the beach with fireworks. It was good to see. She looked so happy in that picture. However, that picture kind of had a bit of a negative effect on the other Futaba, who was a bit jealous of that. Felt unneeded, unimportant, felt like, well, this Futaba's doing great, what's even the point of me existing? I might as well disappear and leave. Which, when she started to talk like that, I wasn't really sure what to say, because... I mean, that Futaba is more or less going to disappear regardless, but what's going to happen is she would disappear back into the other Futaba. They would combine. So it was really weird. I wasn't sure what to say on that because of that. Like, because obviously there was never... the world doesn't need two Futabas. There was never going to be two Futabas permanently. That was never going to be a thing. So, I don't know. It was just... I wasn't really sure what to tell her. Like, if I was in Sakura's position, I wouldn't know what to say to her. Aside from just, okay, I know this is going to end, you're going to go back into the other form, you're going to combine, and everything's going to go be fine, so just, do that now. So it would be difficult to deal with. But I know what they were going for from a storytelling perspective, It's supposed to just kind of tell you that everyone has parts of themselves that they're not happy about existing and wish they could just kind of get rid of. And it was just supposed to show that in more of a, physical sort of way. I get the point they were trying to make, it was just kind of weird because of the supernatural elements. It made things a bit complicated, and kind of distracted a bit from the main point, at least for me. But yeah, it was a little bit weird, and yeah, Sagata's right. Dealing with two Futabas is definitely tedious, I think is what he said. But the Japanese word was mendokusai, which I often see translated as, pain in the ass, so that's kind of how I preferred it to be translated. But anyway, yeah, definitely a pain because he has to just ride well, not really. like in the dark. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but he was riding like it was dark in the rain to the school to find her, collapsing, going to the hospital. Just yeah, he has a rough time dealing with some of these people. But yeah, in the end, he was able to convince her to actually want to go to the fireworks herself and actually call on the phone and say that to, I guess, the other Futaba. Like I thought she was gonna talk to Kunimi about it, but we heard Futaba's voice on the other end, so I guess she was talking to herself about it, which is really weird to imagine. But just like I said, this is a very weird arc in general, like weirder than the other ones, I would say. Yeah, I would say this was the weirdest arc, definitely the most supernatural. I mean, I know Tomoe's arc had time travel sort of, but still, I would consider this the weirdest arc anyway, just because yeah, I think it was the weirdest arc in my opinion. But really didn't get much Shoko stuff considering like this episode like no Shoko stuff at all considering she, you'd think we would address that at some point in the show, Shoko being here, being younger, not having memories of Sakuta. Like, clearly we need to get into that at some point, right? So I'm still wondering exactly when we'll deal with that. I thought maybe we would get into that right after this was dealt with, and we kind of finish off this arc with this episode, it seems like. But then it showed at Nodoka, near the end there, so I was like, okay, maybe we're just going to go into her route next. Maybe Shoko will be dealt with, like, as a supporting sort of thing, piggybacking on other people's arcs. Maybe that will be a thing. I don't know. But it's definitely interesting nonetheless. This arc was only really 2 episodes, so who knows how long Nodoka's will be. I have no idea what her arc's even going to consist of. But correct me if I'm wrong, but is that blonde girl Nodoka? The only reason I know her name is because it's on MyAnimeLIst, Nodoka. But is she also the same girl that was on the TV when she was asked the question and she answered Mai? Is that the same girl? Like, because I assume it is, because she was blonde, I'm pretty sure. Because that would be interesting if she actually is like really big fan of Mai, and that like is what brings him into. It allows her to meet Mai and Sakuta. So yeah, let me know if that's the same girl, because I had to go back and check, but I think it is. So, because that would obviously be how she would get involved in Sakuta's life, is through Mai, because she obviously would want to meet up with Mai, if she's that big of a fan, which she seems to be. So, yeah, what else to really say on the episode? I mean, it was a nice way to end it off, Futaba just kind of combining again, going to the festival, watching the fireworks, telling Kunimi how she felt and how she knew how that would end regardless, so she didn't really need an answer. She knows he's already in a relationship and everything, even though I'm not a big fan of his girlfriend personally, but, it's up to him, really, not my decision, I would say Sakuta has a much better girlfriend than he does, that's just my opinion, but, I would still say Tomoe would be the best girl, but that's just my opinion. Let's see, what else? There's a lot of Futaba crying in the episode, which was pretty sad, really. But at least things kind of worked out in the end. She got through her arc in one piece, so that's always good to hear. And I do like how Sakata was like, hey, do you have any other pictures? Because yeah, I definitely would want to see the other pictures. There was nothing too great in the private stash of pictures, but still, I appreciated seeing them nonetheless. I was hoping for like some hardcore lewds from Futaba, like something she would have that was just too much for the internet. Like she took it, she was like, no, that's too much. I can't upload that. I'll just keep it on my phone. Because, that sounds reasonable, right? I mean, I'm not a girl that posts lewd selfies on the internet, of course, but that does seem like a thing that some of them might do. Like they take a picture and then they second guess themselves, like, okay, that might be a bit too much for the internet. And then just keep it on the phone. So I figured that might be the case. So in the back of my mind, I was hoping for that, but that's no big deal either way. It just would have been nice to see. But yeah, I'd say it was a pretty good episode. For the most part, definitely a little bit depressing though. Hearing all about Futaba's personal issues, that big scare she had at the station when she was looking around, wondering like who it could like the person that was sending the message, who that could be, if they were nearby. Yeah, that was a little bit scary. And then it was really sad seeing how scared she was, wanting just Sakura to actually stay with her to, for protection, to calm her down and all that. So yeah, but at least things are dealt with. The account's deleted. She has come to terms with herself, it seems like, and everything should be fine for her going forward. So yeah, just next episode, I guess we'll see what's up with Nodoka and how her arc goes if she gets one. thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.